No one is talking about this story, but in my home state of Florida, a 15-year-old United States citizen by the name of Mohammed Abraham was picked up by the Israeli military in the middle of the night because he allegedly threw a rock at an armored vehicle, harming no one. He has been in prison now for over 8 months, has not even had a trial, has not been credibly accused of any crimes. He turned 16 years old in prison. Look, it doesn't matter where you are on this side of the war. A foreign country has no right to take our citizens, especially teenagers, and keep them in prison without a fair trial or fair due process. I'm here in Orlando right now with Mohammed's uncle, Uncle Z, and it's heartbreaking that a U.S. citizen would be treated like this by any foreign government. But I know there was a hearing yesterday. It began at 9 a.m., ended at 4. Can you tell us a little bit about what actually happened in that hearing and Mohammed's health state right now?
There was a hearing. Mohammed faced the judge with the prosecutor and the lawyer. The hearing is now on November 9th. We're expecting him to come home. We had high hopes he'd come home after over 8 months. And, you know, we believe that our administration can help us with this. We believe that the White House can make a call and help get Mohammed home. President Trump has the power to do it. They have a great relationship with the Israeli government and the Israeli prime minister. And we believe that there's one person who can get this done, and that would be our president, Donald Trump.
How is Mohammed's health? I know he's lost weight.
He lost weight. He contracted scabies. He's thin. He's frail. He's a child. You know, we're worried about his mental well-being along with his physical well-being. He was very pale. I think, you know, there's not much sunlight for the last 8 months. But, you know, we know he's breathing and we know he's alive, and we're just hoping that the president can help us.
This is one of those cases where I think a lot of people, Zayed, are going to think that the right or wrong response depends on how they view what is happening in Israel or Gaza or October. This is not that at all. Very clearly, he was born right here in Florida, lived in Brevard County. Mohammed should be in school right now. He should not be in a foreign prison as a teenager where he's lost, I think you said, 26 pounds.
And with Mohammed, you know, not only has he been there for 8 months, his mother and father haven't been allowed to talk to him. There hasn't been any kind of visits. They haven't heard his voice. The last time they saw Mohammed was February 16th, where he was blindfolded and zip-tied and carried out of his bed. And so it's been over 8.5 months with no communication. But Mohammed's accused of, you know, stone throwing, and these are just allegations. You know?
And to be clear, there is no accusation from the Israeli government that Mohammed is part of some kind of terror network. That his accusations don't even exist. Right? Literally, the only accusation is that he threw a stone at an armored car.
It's the first time anybody in our family has ever been arrested, domestically or internationally, and it's a 15-year-old.
It's a 15-year-old kid. From right here in Florida, born in the United States, he is a proud U.S. citizen.
And it was just here 3 weeks before his detention, and he was supposed to be back in May working his summer job at the ice cream shop in Tampa and getting his driver's permit. You know, how much more American can you be? When you turn 16, your first thing on your list is to get your driver's license, to get a job. You know, he loves to play soccer and sports. And, you know, these are the months where a 16-year-old has that growth spurt and they become men between 16 and 18. Now he's, you know, locked up, malnutrition, scabies, you know, mentally, you know, God knows what he's going through. But like I said, you know, he's still alive. We can bring him home. And we believe that our president has the power and the humanity, the heart to do it for us.
President Trump does.
Yes, he does.
He absolutely does. To everyone, please say a prayer tonight for Mohammed, for his family, for Mohammed's health, that President Trump once again will once again show himself to be the peace president. He has delivered peace in Gaza, delivered peace in the Middle East, delivered peace in Asia, all over the world. And Mohammed is just a kid. He is from right here in our own backyard, right here in my home state of Florida. We got to bring Mohammed home, and President Trump can do that.
And it's just humanity. It's not politics. It's about a boy.
That's right. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, and thank you for taking care of us.
Thank you.